What's up with it, everybody? It's your man, Wasted Talent, bringing you the first episode of my Make or Break series. This is a series that highlights the 10 things that are going to make or break the Raiders season in 2022 on to the Raider Equinox. And this episode is going to be about our starting center, Andre James. Let's hit it, y'all. What's up with it, everybody? Salutations. We're going to get into this short video real quick, man. This is about our starting center, Andre James. Now, last year, James got off to a rough start. You know, we had an incumbent center before him who was one of the league's best, and Rodney Hudson. He's a fan favorite in the Raider Nation. We were all sad to see Rodney Hudson go, but, you know, football, as in life, everything has to move on. Andre James came in and he struggled with snapping the ball, and that wasn't the only thing he struggled with in the beginning of the season. I mean, when it came to blocking in general, Andre James had a tough time. I mean, in the first 6 games, he had a grade of 40.8, you know, in the first 6 weeks. And as it pertains to pass blocking and as it pertains to run blocking, he had a 38.1 grade. No center across the league had a worse grade during that time. And the Raiders center, and this is Pro Football Focus's numbers, and that the Raiders center, Andre James, really looked overmatched. He looked like he was getting dominated by nose tackles, and it was looking like, you know, a failed experiment. And even though Derek Carr last year was 9th in the league under pressure, you know, Derek Carr's the kind of quarterback where if you keep him clean, he will pick you apart. But he's smart enough and he has a quick enough release to get rid of the ball very, very fast. So a lot of those dump off plays, yeah, they don't result in sacks, but it's not conducive to us pushing the ball down the field and putting points on the board. So a lot of the times where Carr made chicken salad out of chicken shit, we would go down the field and have to kick a field goal instead of scoring, or it'd be a 3-and-out play. Now, he didn't get hit, or, you know, he might have gotten brushed and knocked down and, you know, not been able to complete the first down, but it didn't show in the stat sheet. Now, in the rest of the season, the next 11 games, Andre James made one of the best improvements I think I've ever seen in pro football. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, he played, you know, 1,139 snaps, which was 6th in the league. He had 7 penalties, which was tied for 5th in the league. You know, it's not great, and he had 2 sacks allowed, which was tied for 11th in the league. So he had an overall grade finish in the season of 64.1, and this is a Pro Football Focus metric, and a pass blocking grade of 67.2. A run blocking grade in the 60s as well. So Andre James made a great stride forward. And, you know, this season, we kind of have to see what we have in Andre James because, you know, you don't know until he solidifies himself for a full season. Now, what it's looking like is he's made a humongous improvement and he's going to be a guy that we can count on. Now, we got to hope that we can count on Andre James going forward because if Andre James realistically equates to being what we think he can be and what he looked like he could be at the end of the season, well, now we have Colton Miller locked in, who's been an incumbent and a linchpin at left tackle. We have Andre James at center, and if he can be that same kind of, you know, dog for us that Colton Miller's been, then now, you know, we've got 2 of our positions on that offensive line for the foreseeable future filled up, and that's conducive to success. And also by bringing Dylan Parham in, who, you know, was one of the most versatile guys in the draft. You know, he could play guard, center, and everything. Dylan Parham kind of gives us a fail-safe if Andre James does not equate to what we think he can be. I mean, I think that, our best line is Andre James at center, Colton Miller at left tackle, Alex Leatherwood playing at right tackle, Dylan Parham playing left guard, and getting John Simpson over there at right guard, and being able to keep, the rest of the guys that we have around, kind of as swing tackles, swing guards, and then maybe, we can get something for Denzel Good, even though I would love to see Denzel Good stay because he's one of our most talented and battle-tested linemen. I'm really all in with the youth movement. I feel like if you can get premium production at positions of need from youthful players on cheaper contracts, that is the best case scenario for the Raiders. I'm pretty optimistic about this, and I'm pretty optimistic about this line. The only thing is that, I want to see dominance at center, and I would like to see, Andre James' play strength get a little bit better. And I'm sure that it is. I've heard he's been working hard. I heard he's looking good. He's put muscle on and everything like that. And people saying that he's undersized, I kind of think that's kind of a little overblown. I mean, Andre James is 6'4". Right now, he's over 300 pounds. I mean, how big do you want this guy to be playing center? I mean, Rodney Hudson played at 275 at Florida State. You know what I mean? In the National Football League, played at like 290. And, Jason Kelsey has routinely played around 275, 290. And these are two of the best centers in football. So I don't think Andre James is undersized. I just think he needs to, improve his play strength a little bit and do a little better against, nose tackles. I think that our new scheme, this new power scheme, is probably better for Andre James. It's really, really complicated as a rookie to grasp that zone blocking scheme, and he did well. But him playing that power scheme is a little more straightforward. And, hopefully his physicality and his muscle improves so he can dominate people at the point of attack. But like I said previously, man, Andre James is one of the 10 most important make or break things for the Raiders to actually realize our potential. Because if you don't have that pressure coming up the middle and you have Derek Carr being able to stand back there, Derek Carr is one of the guys in the National Football League who will absolutely pick you apart. And we have to give Derek Carr that kind of latitude. We have to give him that kind of protection, kind of mirroring what he had in 2016. And hopefully, man, we garner the same kind of results and we can have a healthy Derek Carr going into the playoffs and have a couple of playoff games at home. So, guys, listen, man, if you like what you see here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tell a friend to tell a friend, share this thing out. We're going to be doing this series. We're going to go into, another player who is one of the top most important make or break players. This is a new series I'm starting. I hope you guys enjoy, man. Interact with me in the comments, man. And I'll see y'all around in the next video, man. Shields